Welcome back to Boring Reviews. Jodi there.
Nick here. That's fast. You didn't get to give that the full thing.
Sorry, I do that whenever I get frustrated in class. I just start slowly puffing out my cheeks as I'm holding my breath.
And we are super excited, at least I am, to check out some QI, also known as...
Quite interesting. Almost
or
cut you off there.
milking udders, or key. And...
This is milking udders. Squeeze.
That's driving a car.
No, the udders are here and you squeeze and pull
you
down.
like this, yeah.
You squeeze and pull down.
I'm not a farmer. And we are checking out what... Stop it. What animal can you eat without killing? Bacteria. Is that an animal? It's a living organism.
That's not an animal.
Probably like a leech or something, right? Because they can like go inside you.
No. I've always been afraid to eat an octopus. I've heard that they'll you can eat them live, and they stick you put them around a stick or something like that. The head's down here, and you wrap the tentacles up, and then you swallow it down. Because if you eat it the other way, it can spread open its tentacles and suffocate you.
Who would eat an octopus live? Like a full on octopus, chop it up.
No, you just they just swallow it like an oyster.
People eat some very interesting things in the world. This isn't really eating, but it reminded me of this video I just watched about snakes. And you can sever off a snake's head, and it can still bite you.
Nope.
It literally could. And I'm not sure if the venom's still in there, but it can still bite you. It has reflexes. They were showing the snake that was already been killed. It had already been chopped in half. And they kept chopping it, and they even took the skin off, and they were opening the muscle, and it was still reflexing and fidgeting and whatnot. It was crazy.
Oh, I don't do snakes.
But we're way off track here. We're gonna go and check this out. If you like our reaction, please don't forget to
like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be aware of our next uploaded video. Stop it! Gosh!
I'm not a snake.
It's creepy.
I am not a crook. I'm not a crook. All right, here she. I was almost going to say tongues, but that's not appropriate.
Not at all.
What kind of animal can you eat without killing it? Rich.
Crabs, unintentionally. In the south.
Yeah.
In the deep south, in the bayou. On the bayou. Yeah, freshwater mussels, they just pick them right out of the water, and they'll have these tiny pink crabs crawling on them, and they're considered a delicacy. And they're alive. They're alive when you swallow them.
These are things you can eat fully, animal food stuff, but you don't kill the animal.
So something that sort of comes through like sweet corn, except it's still...
Wait, is it something you eat, so maybe it's not the animal at all? Are you talking bees, honey?
No, I think he's saying exactly what we thought. You eat it all the way and it's still not dead.
Running around. Oh! Is that what you're saying? Sorry. Except it's still running around. Oh! Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying it passes through the entire digestive system.
Right,
no.
oh right.
No.
But it stays in you and sets up a community.
Whatever they put in Yakult. They wish on about that, don't
yes,
they?
bifidus digestivum. How? Or L. Casei
How stupid do they think we are?
David, you know these things. I'm so
impressed.
impressed.
I spend a lot of time watching television, and listening to the new made-up science is very entertaining.
I love the made-up science where they go, do you want to buy a tiny pot of off milk?
Yeah.
Yes!
And they say it's always such a good deal. Just try it for 9 weeks, and then if you don't feel better, then give up. Because actually, if everyone tries it for 9 weeks, we're in the money.
No, actually, in a sense, you're probably right about bacteria, which would possibly pass through us and all the way and not be killed. But this is actually a delicacy. I'm inclined to give the point to Rich because he's sort of accidentally right, only he's sort of wrong as well.
It's not a story of my life.
It's one of the most popular foods, almost a national dish in some ways, of Florida.
Tapeworm.
Not tapeworm. No, it's a type of crab. It's a stone crab.
Oh, right.
Stone crab claws are very popular. There is a stone crab. And the fishermen catch the crab, they snap off the claws and throw the crab back in. And it takes about a year for its claws to grow back. But it is considered a great delicacy, usually served with a sort of butter and mustard sauce. Very popular, indeed, in restaurants up and down America, but particularly, as I say, in Florida.
What does it do for a year, then, armless down wandering about?
I mean, it's up to himself.
So the crab is dismayed when it loses its claws, thinking, now I can't get any work done. All that stuff, I'm trying to rearrange the seabed. It'll be a year before I can do any of that. I'm just going to have to lay up.
It can't protect
It's almost like they're sort of fruit-bearing animals, aren't they?
That's pretty similar to that, exactly. Like an apple tree has its apples taken off, but the next year it grows more apples.
Yeah.
So maybe they're trees. Seafoody trees.
Yeah.
They can walk around.
Same DNA.
You could have given me as an answer as well. There are certain tribesmen in the Masai Mara in northern Tanzania and Kenya who will drink the blood of cattle. You know, not kill them, but sort of slit the throat a bit, drink the blood, mix it with milk, actually. And then they bind up the wound again, and so they don't kill the cow. But that practice is dying out a bit.
They mix it with milk, so they think that cattle have two drinks. You can have one or the other, or a mixture of the two. Fantastic, these two-drink animals.
Anyway, stone crabs it is. They're returned to the sea alive and their claws have been taken off. Over the next year, they grow a replacement, although it's never quite as good as the first one.
See, and I was curious about that. Like, does the arm, after it grows back, it'd be a hard time to keep track of that. Does it still taste as good?
See, and I didn't think that. I'm thinking, how is it going to defend itself? Like,
Well, it's going to have a hard time defending itself.
yeah. So you just eat it and throw it back. Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Listen, I don't get to... I care about animals. I love animals. I don't want any kind of animal cruelty. What I'm going to say has something to do against that. But I don't get too hung up usually. Like, you know, if I'm going fishing to catch fish if I'm going to eat it, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't worry too much about, oh, you're catching a fish, you're a mean person. Well, I'm fishing, right? If I don't want the fish, I'll just throw it back. No big deal. But in this situation, I agree with you. Like, they get plucked out of the ocean.
Yes.
First of all, it's got to hurt to have your
my
limbs
gosh.
severed from your body to
Yes.
some degree. And don't worry. It's going to grow back and you throw it back in there and it plops down. Like, don't worry. It's fine. Like, that's just messed up.
So messed up.
But it's
So messed up.
really cool that the arms grow back.
It is.
Is that the only crab that can how random is that? And imagine the person that came up with that. Like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I ripped off, those things were so good though, but I ripped off those claws and the one crab in a little pond right here. The next year, he's got him back. He's got him back. Let's go. Rip him off again. Oh, it didn't taste as good this time.
Ugh. And how do you know if it's the first time you're ripping them off or the second time for that poor crab? This poor crab's like, I'm just trying to live my life. Leave me alone. Just swim.
It is extremely messed up.
It keeps making me think of these lizards. A lot of lizards and geckos, like certain types, if they get scared, they'll drop their tail and they'll run away. And our science teacher, one of the science teachers at our school, has two rescued lizards that are tailless because of that. And I watched this video, it just popped up on my Instagram the other day, and this guy's chasing all these lizards, and they just keep dropping their little tails, and they think it's funny, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're not going to have another tail to drop off. They don't just grow back for these certain types, and it's just...
If they found a way to make money off those tails...
Seriously. No, I think they just thought it was funny.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, if they knew how to, like, make money
Yeah.
off that, they would do it for a job.
Oh, I know,
What's
you're
your
right.
job? I'm a lizard scarer. I frighten lizards for a living, and it pays a handsome sum.
I guess it's the same as, like, elephants and their poor tusks.
Yep.
For the iron.
Well, I heard they're not poor. I heard they're very rich
ivory.
tusks. Worth a lot. But, very misleading question.
Yeah.
Like, very, very specific to what he was saying. I like what the other guy, I don't know who the other guy was. He was probably American, too, which is kind of crazy.
In the bayou.
In the bayou right there, little crab.
Pink
Like,
crabs.
there's just too many jokes. Like, oh man, now she's got crabs. Like, I mean, like I don't know about eating little creepy crawlies, but people eat all the time. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The cow thing. I'm not sure if you remember, but we saw that happen on an episode of Survivor. They were in Africa in like season 3 or something like that, or season 2, and they literally take the cow, okay, and right near the neck they just poked a hole, boom, like an IV type thing, boom. Put a little straw in there and filled up this jug of blood. And they're like, oh, wow, it's really warm because it's inside the body. And then, honestly, the guy just does something for like, and maybe the editing was in there, but it seemed like just a few seconds. And all of a sudden, it wasn't bleeding anymore. They were able to close it up. And that way, you preserve the animal. It still gives you milk. And the blood has like nutrients. It has vitamins, all the stuff that you need. But you're still drinking blood. And so for their challenge, they had to do like the food eating challenge, but with the blood.
No.
And just like down
No.
glasses of the blood until there's one last man standing.
No.
Absolutely crazy. Anyways, if you liked our reaction to this, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
Goodbye.